90 employees could be laid off in the Coachella Valley Unified School District. The board approved this to help close a budget deficit.
Plus, the results are in for the Rancho Mirage special election.
And consumers will learn the impact of the merger between Comcast and Time Warner Cable today.
KMIR Today at 6 starts now.
Good morning to you. It is Wednesday, April 9th. You're watching KMIR Today. I'm Thalia Hayden.
And I'm Gloria Rodriguez. Thank you for joining us on this hump day. Hope you're ready for your Wednesday. It's Wellness Wednesday, so we'll talk about some important wellness stories for you.
And it's going to be a hot hump day, but take a look at this beautiful view from our general air conditioning camera, that live look at our skies here in the valley. The cloud coverage always creates for a pretty sky. Usually it burns off by the middle of the day.
Oh, that is so beautiful right now. Look at that. And every time I see clouds, I wonder if there's going to be any rain, but maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Never. Well, rarely, I should say.
But one thing we are seeing are those triple-digit temperatures already. My car yesterday, it's at 100 degrees, and I couldn't believe it. Already so hot.
Here we are with Coachella right coming up this weekend. That usually is an indication that the temperatures are starting to creep up. That's how I mark it anyway. Look at those temperatures. 101 Desert Hot Springs, Mecca and India, 102.
Let's go to your top news stories right now. The Coachella Valley Unified School District Board has approved the layoffs of more than 90 employees to help solve a budget deficit. The majority of the positions are in the technology field. The district has overspent millions of dollars in recent years, spending more than $9 million last year alone. At least 50 teachers throughout the district received pink slips in March. Superintendent Daryl Adams says the layoffs are part of a fiscal recovery plan. He also says they are working very hard and a lot of the positions will be back.
Sheriff's deputies are investigating a threat written on a bench at College of the Desert. A student saw the threat on Monday and notified a faculty member who immediately called campus security. The bench has since been removed from the campus and the police are investigating. We are not revealing what the threat was to avoid interference with the investigation. The Sheriff's Department is working closely with College of the Desert to respond appropriately. Anyone with information about this possible threat is urged to contact Palm Desert Police.
The results are in. Dana Hobart continues his term as a Rancho Mirage City Council member. He'll be working alongside council members Iris Stromrick and Charles Townsend Vinci. Both Hobart and Stromrick will be serving a fourth term, while Vinci is a new addition. Ted Wheel beat out Stuart White Eagle Ackley to complete the last 2 years of Gordon Moeller's term. Moeller passed away 2 years ago. Incumbent Scott Hines lost his seat with only 17% of the vote. No polling locations were set up for this election. Residents voted by mail or dropped off their ballots. Let's get a check of your weather right now.
Meteorologist Greg Bennett joins us with a look at your lifestyle weather forecast.
Well, we still have this area of high pressure, but it is moving a little bit more towards the east. We're going to continue to weaken this high pressure system, and that's going to allow for some moisture to come in, give us a little bit of cloud cover. Obviously, though, our temperatures are still on the rise, and you can tell with the 70s still out and about the Coachella Valley, it's going to be a warm day. In fact, check this out. We've got low 90s by lunchtime, 5 to 10 mile-per-hour winds. High today expected in the triple digits. Where else in the Coachella Valley will we see those triple digits? The answer coming up in your lifestyle weather forecast.
Okay, thank you so much, Greg. Sentencing is set for June for the woman convicted of second-degree murder in the killing of her 2-month-old daughter in Desert Hot Springs. 34-year-old Chrissy Wirtz of Indiana was convicted after Riverside County jurors deliberated for about an hour. The decomposed body of Wirtz's baby girl named Montana was found in an Arkansas storage locker in 2001. The infant's father, Jason Hahn, was also convicted of murder last December. Wirtz faces 25 years to life in prison. Sentencing will take place at the Larson Justice Center in Indio.
Time right now, 4 minutes after the hour.
Here's what's making news headlines around the nation this morning.
April is Child Abuse Awareness Month, and the Barbara Sinatra Children's Center wants to thank all of those who help in the fight against child abuse right here in the Coachella Valley. The center held a luncheon at Babes in Rancho Mirage yesterday. Detectives, prosecutors, and other local professionals were all there because of their efforts to help protect children.
Candlelight vigils continue today and tomorrow in honor of victims lost to a violent crime. Last night's vigil was at Palm Desert Civic Center Park, where the names of victims killed were read aloud and candles were lit. District Attorney Paul Zellerbach hosted the event, and the night's keynote speaker was Lori Gleason, whose son was killed by a drunk driver.
It just brings it all back like it happened yesterday. So the sense of just being here, knowing that I'm not alone, I'm not the only victim out there, brings me some healing and a sense of just feeling a little better about the whole situation of crime out there these days.
When families who have suffered this kind of devastating loss come together, there is a healing effect or a cathartic effect when they get together and share their sorrows together, and I think that's part of the healing process.
2 more vigils are scheduled. Today's will be held at Haverston Park in Temecula and another at the Riverside Courthouse. Following the Riverside Vigil, there will be an unveiling of new names on the victims' memorial wall. The annual event is held in conjunction with National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
The President and First Lady are attending a memorial service for the victims of the Fort Hood shootings. President Obama starts a 2-day Texas trip at Fort Hood, where 3 soldiers were killed in last week's shooting rampage. The president will make remarks at the memorial service before moving on to Houston. He'll attend Democratic Party fundraisers later.
On Capitol Hill, the Senate Judiciary Committee is holding a hearing on the Comcast-Time Warner cable merger. Top executives from both companies will talk about the impact the merger will have on consumers. Comcast is the parent company of NBC Universal.
Yesterday, teens learned how to handle situations behind the wheel better, and today it's the senior citizens' turn. The California Highway Patrol is offering free driving classes at the Indio offices on Varner Road. Today's class begins at 3:30 in the afternoon. The Age Well, Drive Smart class gives seniors tips on driving safe. Those who attend will get a refresher of the rules on the road, as well as learn how to adjust with age-related physical challenges. Reservations are required, and you can make one by calling 760-772-8911.
Time right now, 7 past the hour. Coming up next,
We have some lost and found cats and dogs in our Valley Pet Finder segment. You don't want to miss this. Stay with us. You are watching KMIR Today.